Okay, now we have installed Microsoft Enterprise Library 5.0 in our machine. Uh, Now we are going to create a new ASP.NET website. Okay. First of all, we have to add the installed components of those data access uh, Microsoft Data Access application blocks into our project. Uh, we have to add that installed Microsoft Data Access application block into our project. So in order to do that, we have to add references to our web project by clicking the right click in the project and go through this add reference. In here you have to go through the browse and you have to locate where that enterprise library is installed. Here I have that in C program files and then this Microsoft Enterprise Library 5.0. You can see there's a bin folder. In that bin folder there are a lot of DLL files. You have to add this Microsoft.practices.enterpriselibrary.data.dll. By adding that DLL, you will automatically some other DLL files and other references XMLs are automatically added to the project bin. So now we are ready to use the method data access application blocks in our .NET program. Okay, as usual, we can create a separate class for data access. I'll name it as DB Connect, and you have to place that in app code. Right, this is our data DB Connect data access class. So before that we have to set the connection string in our web.config file. So I have that connection string for my database in the machine. My database is student database. I just copy that connection string and we have to place that connection string in our web.config file. We have to give a name to our connection string. I'll name it as student, and connection string I just paste my connection string here. And you have to define the provider name, and here it's system dot data dot SQL client. This provider name can be differ if you are using different database. Since we are using SQL database, it's going to be system.data.sql client. Right, this is how the code look like in web.config. Just save it. Okay, now we have to add some namespaces to our project. They are Microsoft practices enterprise library dot common and Microsoft practices dot enterprise library dot data and system dot data dot common. So we have add references, we have add namespaces needed to use Microsoft application data access blocks. Okay, there's a class in applications block. They have defined a class called database. You have to create the instance with that database class. I only create it and do not initialize it initialize it as null. In constructor of the DB Connect class, actually we are going to initialize this instance DB in this constructor of the class. We can do it like this. There's a class called database factory. Actually these classes database and database factory, they were not available by default in .NET framework. Now they are available because we have installed that enterprise library and add some references to our program. And that database factory has a static method called create database, and here you can see we have to provide the configuration key or the name given here, but the name we used to here. We have to provide this connection a key we used here. Student